Hello, today's the 11th day of my vlog, the 12th day of January. Um, let's see, not much to talk about today well, there kinda is stuff to talk about. I got to work, thank Jeebus. But I ended up leaving early, kind of fibbed a little, said it was about something that I do have an issue with, but it's not that I left early for. But I did go to the doctor like I said I was. My real issue that I was dealing with today is have really bad anxiety attacks. And normally I can get through them, or if they're real bad, like it'll happen few and far between. Like once every 4 months at the most. Hell, at one point it was like maybe once a year. But it was bad. In the last 24 hours I've had about 10 attacks. And last night's was really, really bad. To the point where I ended up like hyperventilating for 5 to 10 minutes until I finally fell asleep. I was so exhausted. But I don't know, like my big issue is, and I've always said this about me, is I am deathly afraid of death. And I say that because that's basically... Sorry, Lee keeps staring at me. That's basically my trigger, is I'll start to think about it, and then I'll freak out, and... Like, I don't want to get preachy, but I believe that there's heaven, but it's hard for me to fully put my belief into when I can't see it. And that's my biggest issue. Like heck, if I had a near-death experience and I was able to see a glimpse, then I would be able to. But the issue is that as of now, like my whole life, I've always believed. But my worst fear is, what if we're just some shell, you know? Our bodies is a shell and we're just gone. No more. Sorry, it's hard for me to talk about because I'm panicking now, speaking about it. Basically, I get freaked out, and then I start to feel like I'm slipping, and like I'm going inside of myself, and I'm looking at everything as if I'm inside of a shell. And like my eyes are just seeing what this vessel is seeing, and once this vessel is gone, I'm gone. It's something that it's always been hard for me to deal with, and the only two people that have ever I've told a select few about that I get panic attacks, but there's only been two people that have known the full extent. And those two people are the only ones that have ever been able to calm me down whenever it gets bad. That's been my mom and Lee. Lee's the only boyfriend that really knows how bad I get. Hell, last night he kind of clammed up because he didn't know what to do. I guess he got flustered and ended up snapping, which I didn't mean to do, and I've apologized a bajillion times, and he told me I don't need to, but I still feel bad. But so, long story short, my issue is that I'll freak out over this and I'll be able to calm down, but like it'll kind of linger. But normally an hour or two later, I'll be fine. But the past 24 hours, I had, like I said, I had about 10. So I was in work and like I was freaking out. Like I ended up having to go to the restroom just to stand in there so that I could have a ventilate and freak out and cry and feel like a freak. And the reason why I lied is because they made fun of another person that openly said they had anxiety and was battling with these kinds of things, except for hers were brought on because of postpartum. And I just made fun of her because she said she couldn't work all that much, and I understand it. And I understood it then, but it was the way that she came off. I guess it seemed kind of ridiculous because she would complain about how she needed more hours, but then she told her she couldn't come in. But yeah, I just, dealing with that is fun. So I made a doctor's appointment today and talked to my doctor, and the way he described it is an iceberg. You know that little bitty piece that hangs over there? Well, or you know how an iceberg is, basically. Okay, the top is anxiety. The bottom, which is much larger and holds it up, that's depression. So, in order to deal with my anxiety and all of that, I also have to deal with the fact that I've been very, very, very deeply depressed for many years. But we won't go into all that because I know everyone has issues, and that's why I haven't gone to a doctor about it, because I don't want to feel like woe is me, because it's not like that. But so now I'm on depression medicine. Have to go back in 5 weeks to see if it's working. If it's working, I'll see him again in 6 months, and we'll see if I need to stay on it or if it was just an imbalancement and it's worked through. And then he gave me anxiety pills, or panic attack pills, that they take about 30 minutes to effect, he said. And by then I normally work out my attacks, whether it be with help or by myself. But he said still to keep them on hand, because if I've had like a rough day at work or something, and I know I've been through a lot of stress, and I know something that normally would cause it is happening, to take it, and it'll mellow me out, and I'll be able to be okay. So that'll be nice. Just, I don't know. If you have issues with it, talk to someone. Hell, you can talk to me. As you can tell now, I completely understand. Like, it may not be, yours may be more severe or less severe, but I can listen. But yeah, I say a lot. So, I'm trying to think, sorry. Not much else. Guess that's it. We got my medication, I saw my sister and my mom, and me and Lee went out to eat, so that he was nice and he cheered me up, but it wasn't anything big. It was under $10. It was more like a grab and go. And It was still healthy. So, okay. Well, I guess I'm going to end it here. Hopefully my videos will get a little bit better now, because apparently this will also help with how tired I've been, and you can tell it in my videos how exhausted I feel all the time. Not much else. Oh. I have one of these left. And I know my sister's going to watch this. So, watch. It's pulling peels with slides. Lee got him for me yesterday. He's very sweet. These are my favorites. Just saying. Alright. Well, the sweat note I'm going to end it on is pull and peel Twizzlers. Go out and get you some. Get you some! Everyone, have a good day, and I will see you tomorrow. Well, you'll see me tomorrow.